Hey everybody, welcome to the Rim Vlog. On today's episode, we relax and we reminisce. Today's reminiscing comes courtesy of a trip we did about a year ago. It was a trip that we originally were going to do as a trip to Sequoia, but things went awry. It was closed due to weather, but there was still a ton of snow where we were staying at. So we were supposed to have a spot. That didn't work out, and we turned it into a trip to Canada where we tried to hit as many national parks as we possibly could. So Crater Lake was going to be the first stop on the tour. And there happened to be another national park on the way up there.
Lassen Volcanic National Park.
Our takeaway from Lassen National Park was?
It was beautiful. There was frozen lakes that had these crystal blue looking waters with the ice that was still melting in it. It was so gorgeous.
So actually we just drove through. It was more of a let's just drive through national park rather than stay at national park, and I'm pretty glad we did, because in this national park all you really need to do is sort of drive through it. It wasn't a place that was like so awe-inspiring that we needed to stay. Alright, so part two on the national park tour was a little place called
Crater Lake.
We finally made it.
You are going on a run.
Today we try to discover. I feel like there's like nothing to see at this lake. It's just like absolutely nothing. No views, no nothing. So our expectations for going to Crater Lake National Park was we thought we were going to see the best stargazing experience of our life. And what ended up happening was
Forest fires.
So here she is, Crater Lake. Crater Lake right there. And there's a big ass fire going on over there. There was forest fires everywhere. And what we thought was going to be a nice black sky to see some stars ended up being the complete opposite. It ended up being Crater Lake National Ash Park because it felt like it was snowing ash.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Perfect weather when we were hiking that like earlier in the day when we had first got there.
All right, first trail we're doing, the Dutton Creek Trailhead.
Let's get scratching.
We decided instead of trying to hike a bunch of different trails, we just drove around the whole perimeter of the lake, and it actually ended up being the best thing we could have done because we got to see Crater Lake from every angle. All right, so we just drove around the west rim of the lake, and here's the view from the other side of the lake. couple quick facts about this lake. It was created by a giant volcanic eruption. Probably happened, oh, I almost caught that butterfly. It happened, I don't know, it was like 8,000 years ago. And this is the result. There is no natural water going into this lake, only from snow and rainfall. And it is considered probably the cleanest body of water in the world. You know, until humans ruin it. Phantom ship right over there. Right there. Beat the White Walkers. So game plan for tonight, we're gonna go back to base camp, cook some bomb-ass dinner, have a few brews, maybe have a little bit of whiskey, go catch the sunset by the lake.
That was both butt cheeks.
And at the very end, when sunset was happening, we parked the car right.
There was a turnout that had an overlook, and it was the perfect view of the smoke from the fires. It made for a ridiculously gorgeous red sun.
This regularly scheduled program to bring you some of this. Yeah, it basically looked like what it would look like if you were on the back side of a volcano and it was going off in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
So not necessarily a typical sunset like this, but a sunset where the whole sky was a fire. It was like a fire in the sky. We woke up extra early. We're gonna come look at the sunrise, but it's a little rough to see anything. That's the lake. On to the next one. So now we've done Crater Lake. We've done Lassen Volcanic National Park, Joshua Tree, the Everglades, Yellowstone, and what else did we do? We did the Redwoods, but we don't have that on here.
The Grand Tetons.
The Grand Tetons. For now, that's it until tomorrow when we go to Olympic National Park is the next one. Alright, so after Lassen National Volcanic Park, we went to Olympic National Park up in Washington. So we went through Oregon, we went up to the coast. Made it to the Washington coast. There she is. It was absolutely beautiful up there. We had a fantastic spot right on the, basically like a riverbed. This is our campsite for the night. Our camping street tacos. It's about 8 a.m. We're out doing our first hike of the day. We're in Solduck, in Olympic National Park. It's a beautiful morning, not too many mosquitoes, not too hot, not too chilly. Pretty perfect, to be honest. Solduck Falls. Now we're headed over to Port Angeles, where we're going to take a ferry ride over to Victoria, British Columbia, where we're going to go see some orchids. We made it to Port Angeles. Okay.
So hopefully getting to Canada.
To getting to Canada.
Hopefully.
They allow Puerto Ricans in Canada. After Olympic National Park, we decided to go up to Canada. Here we are coming into Victoria. Don't know if they're gonna let us in the country. To be continued.
I'm in Canada.
We're in Canada. It worked.
Yay.
It worked. So we ended up getting an Airbnb in Victoria, and the place was immaculate. We loved it. All right, so about to walk into the Airbnb. Let's see how this thing is. Pretty sweet, if you ask me. Got her. Day 2 in Victoria, Canada. We decided to go to
Birchart Gardens.
Birchart Gardens, and we absolutely loved it. So we've arrived here at the Birchart Gardens. I'm excited to see the butterflies. She's probably excited to see flowers.
And butterflies.
Should be fun.
There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
So far would have to be the bumblebees. There's bumblebees everywhere and I love it. We are now entering the Japanese garden. I did say that my favorite part was the bumblebees. But now, my favorite part was watching a little girl fall in the pond. That was my favorite part. That was our orca. Stole our orca. It was just amazing to see all these flowers everywhere and to see them being pollinated by all these little bumblebees everywhere. It was actually a pretty magical experience. We loved it.
Yeah. I'm a flower kind of gal, so it was my heaven.
We are now at the Butterfly Pavilion. But the big part of the trip was to go do a whale watching tour and hopefully see some orcas jump out of the water, or even some humpback whales. So we've returned from Birchart Gardens, from the Butterfly Pavilion, And now we're headed to go see some whales. Thoughts on Canada so far?
I love it. I love the architecture. There's flowers everywhere. And it just is, I don't know, everyone's nice and just has a happy ambiance to it.
I absolutely concur with the nice thing. Canadians, everybody we've encountered so far, every restaurant, every bar, everything, everybody has been super nice. The birds are still shitting everywhere though. These seagulls, look. Everywhere you look. Seagull shit everywhere. The seagull bird shit capital of the world. Hey bud. You should never drive and talk on the cell phone at the same time, even on a horse. There's just something about bells. We're here at the 5-star whale watching. So we got on a little tiny boat, which actually was really nice because I thought all the whale watching tours I usually do are on bigger boats. This one was a little bit smaller of a vessel, so it felt like if we got to see whales, you're going to be really, really close to seeing them. You're going to be like right at eye level with the heads coming out. So we didn't see any orcas at all. We did see a bunch of humpback whales coming out of the water. We didn't see any jumping out of the water. So we left early the next day because we needed to get back into the United States. It's Sunday, so we're trying to get to Vancouver.
Drive through Vancouver.
We're going through Vancouver to hit the Cascades, but so first we're gonna take a ferry from
Schwartz Bay.
Schwartz.
Then we'll be driving through southern Vancouver, headed to the North Cascades. We made it back into the US, so naturally our first stop is going to be and you know this, man. Wasn't even really planned. We kind of just did it last minute. We decided to go to the North Cascades
And the North Cascades may have been the best part of the trip. Now that view. Right there, huh? That's awesome. This is super awesome. Wow. The North Cascades it was just an incredible experience. It was beautiful. The spot we had was right on the water. Even like in the morning, we had all these geese that came up and were feeding right where we were at. Had ourselves a nice little dinner. This is our last night on the trip. We are going to spend it here at Cascade National Park. And tonight we're going with the super easy dinner. None of this cooking, none of this, preparing food shit. Simple canned food, a little bit of beer. I really mean a lot of beer. A little bit of whiskey. I really mean a lot of whiskey. And let's see what we got. Chunky's grilled chicken and sausage gumbo. One of my personal favorites. This will be my dinner tonight. Nicole will have some savory vegetables because we know she needs some vegetables in her diet. So this is going to be her dinner. Those don't happen to work out. We have chicken flavored noodles. These are always awesome and super easy to do. I would definitely recommend them. All you got to do is add a little bit of caliente aguacita and we're good. That hurt my hand.
That hurt my butt.
We were able to hang out on the hammock for a while. In a second. Oh. I thought I was a goner. I thought I was gonna collapse. I still think I'm gonna collapse. I am gonna break my back. She's gonna love it. All right, princess, come join me. Maybe on this. Oh, my knee. My knee. Hold on. 100% thing. This thing is gonna collapse. There was a really awesome little dock right near where we were, where our campsite was, that we got to hang out at, drink some beers, look at the mountains. It was an incredible experience.
Warriors, come out to play.
to see how loud this whistle can carry. No, that was weak. Let's do another one. Round 2 of the loudest whistle you have ever heard. Sounded more impressive yesterday. Anyway, that was our national park. That was our trip on our national parks tour up the coast. Hope you enjoyed it. This has been the Rim Vlog. Please come back, watch some more of my videos, subscribe to my channel, make a man's dreams come true. Until then, see you next time.